Hi guys, it's me. Sorry for the elephant noise in the background. We're having kind of a cozy day over here. It's a rainy day, so the baby's watching a little baby Einstein for the first time ever. Her first time watching TV, but I'm trying to get a little work done and she's seeming to really enjoy it, so I'm going to let her. So first of all, just wanted to say if you're watching this is one of the first videos and one of the first emails in the series that I created for the consultants on my team. So I know this is all still new, but I'm just really excited, and I hope you know how excited I am to have you on my team. So if you're seeing this, maybe you've already had your onboarding call, or we have it scheduled for sometime soon. And this is just a little bit more of a specific email about samples. So like always, if you prefer text, just read the email. There's plenty of text there for you. But if you like to listen to something and watch, something, I'm going to turn this down a little. Then this is the video I created for you. And we have some funky lighting going on because I'm trying to keep it a little calm in here. But so basically what I wanted to talk to you about today is samples. So as you can imagine, getting samples out to people is a great way to get these amazing products into the hands of people who could potentially be your clients, or even people who already are your clients. So letting people borrow the products or try out samples is really a great way for them to try new things. If they're already a client, it's a great way for them to keep ordering and try new things. When we have new products out, some people get really excited for that. So I just wanted to put together some information about sending samples. So there's a couple ways to get these products into the hands of people. The first would be to lend out face kits or lend out full-size products. So what I mean by face kits is when you put together like one of the whole lines for someone to borrow, or I've put together like a couple items that I feel like go really well together, and I put it in a cute little baggie, I write a little note, and I drop it off at someone's house for a couple days. So this is a great way to get these products into the hands of people because, first of all, they get to experience the actual product, the packaging, the labels, get really like a feel for it. A second reason is because it's kind of like a time schedule, like they only have a couple of days with the products, so likely they'll use them and try to make the most out of them while they have them. And also because you may have some interaction with them at drop-off and pick-up and get to chat with them for a couple minutes. So it makes follow-up even easier than just dropping samples off and then, not seeing that person for a little while. So lending out face kits or lending out products is a great way to have people try the products. Typically when I create a face kit, I will post a picture of it on social media, or even reach out to some of my friends and say, hey, would anyone like to try this little kit I put together, just in exchange for some feedback. So offering it in exchange for feedback is great because it really doesn't put pressure on the person, but also because any feedback that you get is very helpful for you. It's valuable information. So I would keep track of any feedback that you get about the products, what people said. That way you know what works for them specifically, and also for down the road for lending out the products. So actually lending out products to other people is a great way for you to get to learn more about the products. So besides lending out the products, creating sample size products for people is another great way. I've had mixed results with sample sized items, to be honest. So I tend to do that mostly when people ask me for them. But otherwise, I'll lend out bigger products or even just give people recommendations. Email recommendations will be another email, another video. But basically, I always tell people, listen, we have a great return policy. If you don't like the product, anytime within 60 days after ordering it, no questions asked, you get a full refund. They even make it super easy. They put the label right in your package. So really, for a lot of people, it might be easier for them to just buy the products, try them out, and know that they can return them and get all their money back if they don't enjoy them to their fullest potential. So that's always an option. That's always something I tell people. But of course, if someone wants to try samples, some people are sample oriented, which is fine. I love to drop off samples. I like to put a little note in there. And a really important part about lending out samples is follow-up. So if you drop off a couple, little things for somebody, you want to make sure within the next week or so that you reach out to them and see how they liked the products. Because sometimes you might not hear from them again. Just because life gets busy and they might forget. So just reach out and say, hey, just looking for some feedback. How are you enjoying those products that I sent to you? So samples can be sent in the mail or you can drop them off. However, I always think if you live close enough to drop something off for someone, maybe lending them the full-size product is a good idea. Another thing to keep in mind is something I forgot, so I'll get back to that. Let's see, where else are we? In the email that I provided for you, I included a list of different links for sample packaging. So little bottles, labels, baggies, all those types of things obviously are not required, but it's really helpful to have. So actually my mentor Sarah created this list of links to Amazon pages for those products to just make it easier for you. So, I remembered what I was going to say. When you drop off samples to people, you just want to let them know that the product has been put into a different container and they can dry up quicker that way. So you want people to use the product within a couple of days. That's a great way for people to actually, remember that they got samples and use them, and, a point of communication for you to reach out to them and just, make sure they have used the product. But also because you don't want them to get to it weeks later and try a crusty, dried up product and then not enjoy it. So always let them know that. Let's see. So the last thing I want to talk about is just about you having your own products to sample to people. So what I'm starting to learn to do, and I didn't do this right off the bat, I wish I did, is just put aside a percentage. It can be 10%, 20%, whatever you think is reasonable of your commission to buying new products, buying more products, and keeping things on hand. You don't have to have, by any means, the whole collection. If you do, great for you. Maybe you bought a starter kit when you signed up. Maybe you just have a couple of things, but just knowing that, even your personal items can possibly be used to send samples. Over time, you'll probably collect more and more things as you want to try things or have them on hand. But to start, if you need any help, just feel free to ask me. But definitely setting aside a portion of your commission to go towards buying new products for yourself, for you to try and to have for samples, is a great idea. There are other ways to get more products. So hosting a social, you can earn your way up to a couple items that are free or 50% off. So that's a good way to get free items, and socials will be another video, another email. And then something else that I like to do, because to be honest, every product that I have, I use religiously. I love these products. So what I do is, she's not very happy anymore. What I do is, typically if I have something, I've done this many times with the Dew Skin, which is the tinted moisturizer that I'm obsessed with, is once my bottle gets to be a quarter full, so once I've used 3/4 of the bottle, I save that bottle, I order myself a new one, and then I have the old one with, a quarter of the product left in to lend out or to use for samples. So over time, you kind of create a collection for yourself of things that are helpful for other people to try. So I think that's all. I wanted to keep this pretty quick, but the email is very specific. It has, again, the product links for you if you want to try the sample-sized items. And also it has links to the Amazon links for product shipping stuff, little baggies and so forth. So hopefully this was pretty straightforward. As always, feel free to reach out to me with any questions, and hope you're having fun with this so far. That's another thing, just have fun with it. Sending samples can be really fun, or lending people product can be really fun. You can even just invite a girlfriend over for a glass of wine and a face washing, which is sounds so silly, but if it's someone that lives close by, have them come over after dinner and be let's have a glass of wine and do a mask and wash our face. And that way they can try the products with you. You can answer any questions they have. You have like fun time with a girlfriend, and you don't have to pick anything up or drop it off, or have to give too much product away. It's like a one-time use. So that's a good idea too. I just kind of had that. I'm gonna have a face washing party for my friends, my neighbors. Okay. Anyway, sending my best to you all, and hope this was helpful. Thanks.